Hi, it's Lee, and today's video I'm going to be doing a get ready with me, showing you how I achieved this look with Revlon products using my Revlon Color Stay Long Wear Foundation along with the other products. If you want to see how I achieved this look, just keep watching, and I'm going to bring it to you today on Beauty Over 70 with Lee. Do a Revlon Get Ready With Me today. Just look at the gray. Just take a peek at the gray. You know, what can you expect though, you know? Thinking about letting it go gray. I really am. So I need your opinion. I'm thinking about just letting it grow out, not put color on it. Okay, hope you're doing well. Let's get going. And today I'm going to be doing a Get Ready With Me Revlon. I'll be using the Revlon Color Stay Long Wear Makeup. I'm using number 200, and this has an SPF of 20, and it does have a pump on it. Most of you are familiar with the Revlon, and I like it. So I want to ask your patience today if I have to put my glasses on and off. Vision is still not doing good, and I think down the road I'm going to ask the doctor for contacts, so when I do my Get Ready With Me, just put them in when I'm doing my Get Ready With Me, and the rest of the time wear my glasses. But I am wearing these, so I might have to put them on and off for close-up vision, and I hope you understand, because with the corneal transplant, you know, it's going to take a while for these eyes to totally adjust. So yeah, You'll see what I'm doing here. Okay, so first of all, I want to say I cleaned my face, and I cleaned and I primed, did all my vitamin C, my serum, my moisturizer, and to save time, I went ahead and I used my good old L'Oreal Glotion. I love this stuff. I absolutely love it, and I think it's the light medium, and I put it on my face to save time, and also down on my neck. My Revlon Flex Wear Concealer, and I chose the shade in Vanilla on my spots that I need to conceal before I do the foundation. So that's what I'm doing now. Got a lot of Get Ready With Me. So if you're on my channel for Get Ready With Me videos, you're in the right place. Okay? Okay, got that on. Now we're going with our Revlon Color Stay Long Wear Foundation. And it does have a pump. And I'm going to put this on my palette. I have this little palette, and I'm going to squirt that there and then work right off of there. And if I have too much, I'm going to start with maybe 1.5 pumps. The consistency is not really runny, as you can see. It does a little bit, but not much. I'm going to use my It Cosmetics double-ended brush. This is my Holy Grail foundation brush. Blot it. That's all I'm doing, is just rubbing it in, soaking it into the brush. And I have to flip my mirror back and forth, so please forgive me for doing that, but it's something I have to do. As we age, everything slows down. It does on my end of the street anyway, my friends. And I'm going to put a primer on my eyes to let that soak in. And I'm going to do my eyes first before I finish my foundation. I just wanted to get a little bit of concealer on and a little bit of foundation. So yeah, I'm going to put some more, a little bit more, because I've got a lot to cover. But for right now, I'm just going to stop right there, and I'm going to use my MAC paint pot in Painterly. And the reason I have the P on there is because I know that's Painterly. I have this in a couple other colors, but this shade is my absolute favorite, and that's why I label them with a little marker, and then I know exactly when I open my drawer what I'm going after. It's my It Cosmetics special brush that I use to put my Painterly on my eyes with. And it's just a neutral color. This is fantastic if you haven't tried it. And I'm going to paint this on and let it set and let it dry down while I'm doing some other things. You know what? We're on the countdown to the holidays. I'm going to let that dry down and go back and do a couple more things. Just getting a touch of powder here. Just a light dusting, very, very light dusting. Put on my little tape so when I do my eyes, that helps fallout from getting down here that I have to clean up. I have to clean up a little bit anyway, but it does help. And I just you can use Scotch tape, you can just use any kind of tape, medical tape. You know, I just take it, and when I tear it off, I put it on the back of my hand, and maybe once or twice, so it will take the stickiness off so it doesn't irritate the tender eye area. So, you know, that's just telling you what I do. A Revlon little micro brow pencil, and I'm using the shade, I believe this is light brown. I purchased this. This is a new pencil, so you know how new pencils are when you first start them. And I warn you now, it takes me forever to do my brows, and most of you guys love longer videos, so this one may be a little lengthy, but you know, I explained, when I go through a Get Ready With Me, it takes at least 30 to 40 minutes. It really does, but a lot of you like longer videos, so hang in there with me, girls. Okay. I could do this off camera, but a lot of you like to see what I'm doing, so I'm going to let it run and let you see what I'm doing. Concealer and just clean this up a little bit here, and then when I do my eyes, I'll clean a little bit up under there, underneath. Just a concealer brush and a little bit of concealer just to clean up and clean that up a little bit. Okay? All right, I guess we're going to go into our eyes. I think our eyeshadow is set. I'm going to go over my MAC paint pot now that it's dry. I'm going to go over that with a little bit of powder. I'm going to use my Wet n Wild translucent powder today. I do not have a Revlon. BK Beauty small powder brush, and I'm just going to put a light dusting of powder over that, just so nothing's going to grab. And I just put it right in the little sifter lid. Still have to be super careful with my eyes after the corneal transplant, which is understandable. For my eyes today, I'm going to be using this 4 count of Revlon in the purple shades to kind of blend in with this glitzy purple top I have on. Using this for the first time, so we're going to try it together. And shade with the bronzer. I'm going to use my L'Oreal bronzer and my rougher number 1 brush, and I'm just going to do a little transition shade right through here just to get a little bit of a guide. And tap it off. Yes, I'm going to use the purple, but I just want to get a little bit of a guide with the bronzer. It's what I do anyway. I have a very, very hooded eyes, as you can see. When I look straight, you can't see my eyes. So I want to build it high enough. You get my drift, my friends, what I'm trying to do here. And I have to look in this mirror. I just can't keep looking over at my camera and my lens because I can't see what I'm doing. Cleaning my brush every time with my brush cleaner. It's just a little, and I have the Sigma switch as well, but I just grab this and I'm just blending that in. This shade right here, the second darkest shade right there, and do a little right here. Let's see what happens. Purple is not my best color, in my opinion. Now, a lot of people with my coloring wear purple, but it's just not, I don't think it's a good color. It's a great color for green eyes. My eyes change from blue to green, I think, at times, depending on my mood. Into the darker shade and go right into the corner and build in. I'm going, as you can see, a little bit on the inner lid here. Okay, cleaning my brush every time. I'm going to use the lightest shade. I'm going to put that next to the lightest shade, this shade right here. I'm going to put that on my lid. With my finger. I'm going to take the lightest shade at the top, this shade right here, and I'm going to do a little brow highlight, and then I'm going to blend. And I'm going to take my rougher number 15 and I'm going to start to blend. Bringing it down to get it as soft as possible. I'm going to do a little bit something else to my eyes, but first of all, I'm going to do a light coat of mascara, and I'm thinking about doing a little half lash on the outer edge, just a little half lash. And again, everything's going to be in the description box. I'm using a new Revlon mascara that I am just about to open here. It's called, it says it's new. Now, it says it's new, and it's new to me when I purchased it. And it is called So Fierce. This is what it looks like, and I'm going to open it. And we're going to try this, and I got it in black. It's supposed to lengthen and just really, really lengthen. So Fierce, and it's just in the black. So this is what it looks like. We're going to try this together. And it has, see what kind of wand it has. It has that little flexible, it doesn't say that it's a tubing mascara, so I'm going to put a coat of this on, and then I'm going to do my half lashes. So let's put a little bit of coat of this on. See what happens. It's supposed to really lengthen. Now, I don't have any lashes, you know that. I don't have any lashes, so I need all the help I can get. I don't know that I like it, but we're going to see how it does. Of course, with having the corneal transplants, it's been a while since haven't had a lot of mascara on lately, so it's probably not the mascara, it's just probably me. Okay, I'm going to let this dry down a few minutes. I'm going to pop on my lashes, and I'll be right back. So I got my lashes on, and I'm going to take my eye. I went ahead and tightlined my eyes. I did not have a purple pencil, so I used navy in Flower Beauty. But again, I'll list it in the description box. I'm going to pull off the tape, the tape. We're going to pull this off, and we're going to do something. We're going to clean this up under the eyes. We'll clean that up and put some mascara there, and then we're going to go on and do our contour, our color, and we're going to be done with this Get Ready With Me Revlon today. A very, very light coat of mascara on the bottom. Very light. Okay, we just got a little bit on the bottom so it doesn't look quite as bad. That I think I'm going to do some contour. Let's get some contour. And today I do not have Revlon. I have a few products, but not a lot. I'm going to do NYX, and I'm going to do the double-ended. And let's go with the darker shade. I'm going to use the BK Beauty 107 is what I like to do that. And I did a little bronzer around the forehead too. I'm going to rub and then push up. I'm sorry I'm not looking in my camera because I cannot see. If I have this large mirror in front of my camera, I cannot see. So my L'Oreal bronzer. And again, in the description box. Here's my Nikki LaRose. I think it's the N16 Nikki LaRose brush. I love this brush to do the contour. Now I can use my It Cosmetics double-ended. I mean, that's great too. And you can just take the small end of that and just blend and get the contour on that. I go all the way up to the brow. But I also like the Nikki LaRose N16 for this. And I'm going to go with the light shade down the center. Put some light in these craters. How about that? Put some light in the craters, right? Let me grab a different brush for this. I'm not really rubbing, I'm just kind of blending, patting, and pressing, stippling it in. Let's get a little bit of powder on that to set everything, and then I'm going to clean up around my eyes, do my blush. Okay, I'm going to be using the Revlon, and again, in the description box will be the shades. I'm not going to put my glasses on and off to tell you the shade, but this is the shade. 05 brush. I love this brush for the blush. And tap that off. A little bit right across the nose for a sunburn look. Well, with my coloring, it don't take much. With my coloring, I have a sunburn look, I think, a lot. I'm looking over here in this other mirror. I have two shades. I have 625 and I have 423 in Revlon. I'm going to use two shades. There's one shade, and this one has a little bit more lavender in it. Can you see that? It's the Revlon Color Stay lipstick. And I'm going to use this shade first and then go over it with a little bit more plum. Revlon. And I think I hope this will blend with both of these shades. I hope it works anyway. Not going all the way into the corner. Hard to talk when you line your lips, right? My friends, I'm getting so shaky, so shaky. I really don't know what my problem is, but I tell you, I'm getting so shaky. I guess it's everything I've been through. Let's start with this one shade. It's a little bit more pink. Berry. It's pretty. But I don't think that's going to work with this top I have on. So we're going to I'm going to blot that, and we're going to put another shade over it with the more lavender. We'll make it work. We will make it work. And this has a lot of lavender on it. I want to say this is iced amethyst, but don't hold me to it. You can see the shade. It's very pretty. Very pretty. That appears to be much better. If my blush don't work, I'm going to take a little bit of lipstick and I'm going to put it right here. You can make anything work, right? We hope, anyway. I'm going to take my little sponge. I got my lipstick there a little low, so I'm taking some more foundation and I'm just going to clean this up. Just dipping back in the foundation, and I'm just going to clean up these lines here. If you get it too low, just take some more foundation, dip in there in the palette with my brush, and just clean it up. The blush, because it was a little harsh in my opinion. And I'm going to clean up under the eyes. And put a little concealer under there. Do you ever put brushes on your table and lose them? Well, that's what I've done. I'm looking for my brush. I mean, really? My Angie Hot and Flashy concealer brush. I'm going to do some lip gloss. I'm going to use a little NYX lavender, trying to use some things up. I think the little bit of this light lavender over this lipstick with this top will blend in okay. So, got to use what we got. It's a pretty color. Doesn't need much, just a little moisture there. Okay, this is our finished look. These are the eyes. And I cleaned up here. Okay, I cleaned up under the eyes and put a little lip gloss on, blended that lipstick right on those cheeks, and then cleaned up the area. So that's what we look like at this point. And I'm going to do something with the hair, put on some jewelry, and I'll be right back and let you see the finished look. And we will be done. Stay with me, my friends. Okay, friends, this is our finished look with the Revlon. I used the Revlon Cover Stay Foundation, and I think it does good. I've used it a few times, and I really like it. It's just a bad hair. I'm trying to let my hair grow out a little bit to let it go gray, but give me your opinion. Let me know what you think. So I used several Revlon products. There was some I did not have, so I had to pull in my stash and do the best I could with what the products I had. It takes a lot of money to do a get ready with me with one brand if you don't have them. It takes a lot of money just to go out and do it. But I had mostly Revlon. I had to substitute some. And there was a couple, 3, that I had to use on my eyes because of my eye sensitivity. But I think that little lavender palette on the eyes that I used, I think it turned out pretty good. Let you see my eyes. I used the 2 dark shades, all glittery shades, and they come out pretty good. And then I used the light on to open my eye up and up in here. So it turned out pretty good, I think. Used the lipstick, had to use the more lavender amethyst lipstick to make the blush pull out with the lipstick, but I think it come out okay. I want to thank you for watching today, and if you haven't subscribed, I invite you to hit that subscribe button. And want to ask a favor: when you hit the thumbs up button, and will you hit the height button, just go right on to the right, and there's a button, HYPE, there's a little click. If you'll click that, it helps spread me around on YouTube just a little bit more, makes me make a little bit more pennies. So I would appreciate if you would do that. It's something relatively new that YouTube has started, and you just click the like button and you go over a couple of to the right, and there's the word hype, HYPE. If you would just click that, it gives me some points and it helps me out financially. If you want to keep my channel going, please do that for me. Click that little button. It's nothing going to happen. There's no charge. It's totally, totally free. It just lets you know that you like my channel. YouTube know that you like my channel, and I would certainly appreciate that. I want to leave you with my favorite words. Go out and make today better than yesterday, but always remember that I love you. And I'll have a video for you, my friends, next week. I hope you have a great week and enjoy this fall weather. I will see you next week, my friends. Hope you have a lovely week. Bye-bye.